Hello, hey, this is Ed back at you. I've had a request on YouTube to do a tutorial on Tommy Emmanuel's song Halfway Home. So Halfway Home is one of Tommy's beautiful songs. It's capoed on the 3rd fret. The song is actually played in the key of F. It's in a drop D tuning. So having tuned up to 440 on the 3rd fret with a drop D, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so now the introduction of the song. What I'm going to do is, the technique I'm going to use to teach this is I'm going to play the section through fast, and we're going to go back over that section and really break it down and slow it up. So you can grab a hold of what's going on in there. So, introduction to Halfway Home. Okay, so the introduction was right there. Okay, now even slower, so. Now the bass line on this, very simple, it's going. And you're doing that pull off like that. Okay, so let's look at that again. That second time was actually correct. So let's look at this again. Try it again. Here we go. Okay. When you're really going through that fast, you might get off on the bass string a little bit. I notice Tommy does that from time to time too, but I think when you really break it down and tab it out, that's going to be the bass line. Whoop. Okay, that's going to be your bass line pretty much right there. The next part of the song jumps up from the intro right into that first verse. Okay, so let's go back up to here. Okay. 4th string, 2nd string open, 3rd string hammer on, 1st string open. Okay, then from here, we're going to go together, 2nd and 3rd string and the bass string. Then bass string jumps up to the 4th string. Okay, so now let's look at each one of those positions. So this is really quite a stretch. What you're going to have to figure out is how to position the finger. You really can't put your finger straight in and do that. So what you have to do is put the side of your finger down there like. Okay, so right here. Next part, one finger you're going to push down on the bass string, and then I'm playing the second and third string. Now I'm going to switch bass from here to here, and then I'm going to add my first finger on the third string, second fret. So what I do, just get used to that switch. Really practice that, because at first that is a very awkward thing to do. And so you're going to do it in kind of a timing. Okay, so okay, so now let's go back. Here we were. So second and third string with this bass, and then when we switch down to this position, we're going to play same bass string, but then the third and the fourth string. So kind of like a A, I just flatten the whole thing out. Kind of an E minor 7. Okay. Then back to here. Now once you go through that twice, you're gonna go into the extension of the verse, I guess you would call it. Yeah, extension of the verse. Or maybe it's a bridge, I don't know. But that's going to be like this. So let me go back here. Okay, so let's do that again. B, B7, just a regular, or excuse me, B minor, B minor. Then you're going to go. See, notice here, I'm going to rock that knuckle up like that, and I'm going to expose the first string open. So. Look at that position. Very weird position. Tommy is notorious for coming up with some weird chords, and but it's a chord that has to be there for this song. I mean, it's perfect for what he does and how he came up with it. He probably heard it all in his head first, and explored. You know, when you write an original song, you're finding something on that fretboard that's going to work, and that's what happens right there. You're going to play the E open. So. Okay. Okay, you're playing your bass note down on the 6th string, kind of like an E7. Okay, it's in this case it would be a G7. Let's do that all again. What I did right there, okay, I just simply shifted from here to this position. The thing that's going to remain constant through this little step down structure is the second string, 3rd fret, and the open E string down here at the bottom, or open G string, I guess. That's going to be constant throughout this little part. Whoop. Let's try it again. Okay, so then it goes back into that. And actually what you're, on the first and second verse are kind of back to back in there too. So anyway, after you complete this, then you're going to go up into the what you could call the chorus. This is the hardest part of the song, no doubt about it. This is very difficult to play. So this is the shape. It's just what is that? E. It's an F, like a bar chord F in that shape. But what you're going to do, you're going to hammer on. Okay, there's that weird shape again. Then you're coming back down here. You're going to do the same thing, similar from what you did up here, but now you're down two full frets or one full step. Okay, there's that shape again. So let's go do this again here. Excuse me. Let me play that quick through, then slow it up. Okay, so here again. Now we repeat this. Now something different bass note. We're going to play that bass note down there on the next chord rather than that one. So here we go. Okay, now we're going to play a D flat major 7. Okay. We're going to kind of pump the A bass, or the C bass in this case. Okay. So let's just repeat this section one more time. Different bass note. Okay. Let's take a real slow look at that right there. Notice how I have my fingers positioned. You really can't do them straight on. You've got to bend those fingers backward like that to almost to really handle this. At least I do. Maybe you don't have that, won't have that problem. So. Let's do that again. Real slow, super slow. Here we go. Oh, sheesh. Let me try it again. Okay, there's halfway home. I hope you can really pick up a lot of pointers from that song. Just one of those beautiful, beautiful songs that Tommy has created. Sometimes it's harder to teach it when you slow it up and break it up because you have committed so much of this song to muscle memory just to get through this song that you're really not thinking about what you're doing as you're playing the song. Your hands automatically do it, and that's a tribute to repetition. Repetition is something you have to do over and over and over. If you don't do something repetitively, you will not train that neural pathway to solidify with that muscle mind coordination thing. And once it's done, it pretty much automatically happens. You can do it without thinking. It's just like kind of memorizing something. You know, when you memorize it, the words just come out and you're not even thinking about really the words. Once you do stop and think about what you're doing or what you're playing, you get goofed up almost. So once you learn the song to the point where you don't even have to think about the song, that's one of the things is when I'm learning a brand new song, especially a Tommy Emmanuel song, which is so complicated, is that I will take and play or practice nothing but that song. I won't play any other songs for days while I'm practicing just that one song. So that's kind of the key to learning this kind of a song is just keep repeating over and over. Repeat sections over and over and over. And just discipline yourself to do that, and you're going to know this song inside and out, and someday be able to teach it. So, all right, God bless. Thanks for watching.